CATIA V5. This will be the piping design workbench. So before we're gonna get started, let's see how we can start this workbench. So if you're gonna go up to Start, Equipment and System, you're gonna see the piping discipline workbench over here. And we're gonna have the piping design. Now I already loaded over here a valve in order to get started with this. It's highly recommended that when you're gonna do the routing, you're gonna have some components to link. Now the first feature will be router run. So this will be available over here. Now regarding the documentation for this workbench, this is quite limited. In my opinion, this piping workbench is not one of the strong points of CATIA V5. In my opinion, mainly CATIA is a top CAD software for surface and part modeling and also assembly design and kinematics. But regarding piping design, it has a lot of functionality, as we can see over here within this workbench. But in my opinion, I'm also not working within this domain, so therefore my experience is quite limited. So let's see how we can route a run over here. We're gonna see that a grid will appear, and depending on where I will position the mouse, we're gonna have the starting point of that pipe. So the first mode will be point to point. That means I will select a point. For example, I wanna route this. And afterwards, if I will move my mouse, we're gonna see how that will move around. We're gonna have the coordinates for the second point over here, where I will click it. But as we can see, currently I'm within a plane over here. So if I will just click, for example, over here and click OK, the pipe will be created like this at an angle. So this is not exactly what we want. Therefore, I will delete that. I will recreate the piping over here, and I will jump within a predefined view. For example, like this one. I went to the back view, and now when I will move the mouse and I will click OK, we're gonna have that pipe defined like this. So after we define a piping feature over here, it will be added over here. As we can see in this case, this will no longer be activated. So that was the creation. I still have the possibility to do various changes regarding the resize of this. So we no longer have that input. But if you want to change this, let's say the nominal from 2 up to 3, I can click OK, and that will update. And we see that this will fit now. If you're going to take a look again at the router run, now I receive a following error. So routing a run is not allowed due to invalid context. A cut part is an invalid active product. So this is quite weird. That is mainly because I resized that. And now if I will go within this valve and I will define this as the work object, for example, this large product. Let me just insert a new product over here and see if that will fix it. So I'm over here within the product. Yeah, and now we're no longer going to have that error. So keep that in mind that also the active component will be influenced if you're going to adjust that size, at least in my case. Now the second option over here will be orthogonal. So just like previously, if I will select this, I will have the possibility to move this. If you're going to see in this case, we're going to do some elbows over here. So if I will move the mouse over here directly, the CAD solution will apply an elbow over there. If I will just move it in front, it won't. So if I will click over here once, and afterwards I will move it, and we're gonna see that we can create elbows like this. So I will just click OK, and we're gonna have those elbows created. Now, in this case over here, we see that these are not perfectly aligned using this mode. So that means that one of those piping features was not perfectly aligned, and we're gonna have the second one added over here since I created a new product. Let's see if I will just have that product deleted. I'm curious if CATIA will, let's say, will read that pipe a little bit better. So again, I want to do from this surface, which we're gonna see that as coordinates will be 100 and minus 500. And if I will move this, I'm just curious if this will align a little bit better. Yeah, and as we can see, it aligns a little bit better, but this is again not perfect. So we have a little bit of an angle over here. And that will be visible if you're gonna take a look from a side view. Let's see which side view. So over here, we're gonna see that those will be fit, but visually they will look a little bit off, especially their direction. At least that's how I see it within the 3D view. But when I go within a view like this, so let's just press and go to a different view. So F4 is not working. Yeah, but over here we're gonna see that we're gonna have an angle change over here. So our initial pipe, since I didn't start that orthogonally, it was also added at an angle. So this is why we have that. But since I change that and I no longer have a secondary product, we're gonna see that that piping route will be better fitted over there. Let's see some additional input over here for routes. So the next one will be slope. So this will allow us to add an angle, which we're gonna have over there. So again, I can select that. I can move this, and I can also, we're gonna see that the values will be minus 35.35 millimeters. If I will just go within a view like this, I will press tab in order to go over here for the slope. So in this case, tab didn't send me over here. Usually within CATIA, the tab will move you over here, but in this case, it didn't. So I added a slope of 15 degrees over here. And we're gonna see that the points can be added either here or here. And afterwards, I can route that. If I will click OK, we're gonna see that. Again, this is not aligned, as we can see over there, so that that is not properly defined. And if I will go with a slope of 0, in this case, we're gonna see that that direction will not be available. So let me just route it a little bit differently using the point-to-point. Even with the point-to-point, this will not route perfectly, but if I will hold down Shift, you're gonna see that this will snap to a green line. If I will click it once over here, and you can do well-positioned pipes while holding down the Shift key when you define those. So this is very, very handy over here. We also have the possibility to use the compass as a direction. So that will be the following one, directional. That means from one of the routes that has already been constructed, within CATIA, we're going to see that we can select that endpoint as a start for the new route. So I can select that. And now the direction will be using the compass. And as we can see, I can increase this. But I can also change the direction. But if I will change the direction, that fitting between those two will no longer be properly aligned. So I encourage you to keep it at like this, so straight. We also have the possibility to do an edge line. But in this case, I think the edge line will require another part that will be linked. So I'm not entirely sure how this edge line will work. But considering that the offset to surface will work like this, so we can see, we can take an input from the existing model. In this case, I have the valve over here within a step file. And I can select, for example, over here on this cylinder, I can go the normal to direction over here. And afterwards, if I will just move the mouse, the routing will not be properly defined, but I can swap to various views like this. But in this case, even if I will hold down Shift, since the starting point was over there, it will not allow me to properly align over here. So as you can see, also this is let's say not ideal, because we will never connect a pipe starting from here. We usually connect pipes from cylindrical areas. But keep that in mind that there are some settings over here for edge line and offset. And if you are experienced with this workbench, I highly recommend you to create a video, because I created this piping video because one of my viewers asked me so. But again, this is not what I'm using CATIA, and I'm not familiar with this workbench. Some other changes over here, we can change the section. So this will be no section, or we can go with a round section, and we can also change the envelope diameter. But keep in mind that if you're gonna create a route, you can later change that the dimension, just like I showed you previously. And over here, as we can see, since I started over there and we see the orientation, the z-axis, this will not allow me to go up. So you also need to pay attention when you do the routing in order to have that alignment defined. And usually you can use the version with the compass, because this will give you the direction. You can manipulate the compass in order to set the piping direction. Now, some other things that you can do, for example, for the point-to-point, I can start over here. And if I will just draw it like this, we're going to see that I'm currently within this plane. If you want to do some changes within the alignment, you can swap, for example, over here to the back view. Afterwards, you can swap to a different view. And let's see, we should be able to make that different. As you can see over here, I also added a little bit of angle. If I would hold down shift, just like over here, that will no longer be added. But you can swap planes by using this. So by going into multiple views, you can change that orientation of the piping. So it will not only be planar. If I will click OK, we're going to see that in this case, that newly attached component was mostly planar. But before I started this video, I did a similar thing, and I was able to change the plan multiple times. We're going to see that also all the elements will be connected over here, so you can easily resize everything. If you're going to start on an existing route, they will just be linked, and you can just swap this. For example, I want this to swap to 4 inches. I will click OK, and it will be updated. Okay, so this was regarding a router route within piping design. I hope that you find this content useful. I know that there are almost non-existing videos regarding this. So let me know in the comment section if you enjoy this kind of content, and I will create some additional videos for this. So I will position a similar video over here on the left and the subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.